27. My name is Michael Martin. I am the acting port director, executive director of the port here, and I'm super excited to join you all as we celebrate the addition of this beautiful piece of art to the port's waterfront collection. I am joined today by two special guests. First of all, San Francisco Arts Commission Director of Cultural Affairs, Ralph Remington, and of course, our very special artist, Teresa Fernández. We're delighted that you can join us today to celebrate the addition of Mareas to the port's growing collection of permanent public art. Mareas is installed at an important civic, economic, and social destination in San Francisco. The cruise terminal over here serves as a gateway to San Francisco and beyond, a place where more than 360,000 people pass every year. And as we've seen sort of the ups and downs of international and frankly domestic tourism since the pandemic, it's been really amazing to see our cruise business continue to just grow and grow. And as we see all of those people come here to experience San Francisco and other points on their itineraries, we want them to know they're in San Francisco when they get here. And the creative energy that has always marked San Francisco is very much exemplified by this new beautiful piece that's going to welcome them as they proceed up to Fisherman's Wharf, down to the ferry building, seeing all the great things that makes this city so special. And so I do want to highlight also that this cruise terminal is a place of work. It's also a place that supports many union jobs, manned by dedicated men and women, sorry for the man there, who service these massive ships and attend to the needs of travelers to really be welcoming, to say this is the city that invites you in to really share what's great about it. And now Mareas is really the greatest enhancement to that cruise terminal's welcoming atmosphere that we want to create to really reinforce what this city is. Like the port's other pieces of public art, the Mareas will enhance people's experience on our beautiful bay waterfront, creating a sense of place, sparking imagination, and inviting moments of discovery and surprise. One thing we're really proud of at the port is that a lot of this waterfront you couldn't come down to over many decades, centuries of the port's history, well, a century and a half. But now as we open it up and people see the beauty of the bay, I'm so proud that we're not just stopping there, but we're saying there's more beauty to even lift the port even higher. And this is another way we're doing that here today. So thank you, Teresa, for your interest in the artist selection process and bringing your creativity to us here at the port. In the port, we believe that public art's universal appeal and power to bring us together, and we look forward to celebrating even more public art along the waterfront later this year over here at Pier 29 with our work with the Community Arts Stabilization Trust and Art Plus Water. You're going to see a very special arts installation, exhibition space, studio space here at a shed that really has cried out for something that exciting and that energetic, and we're going to be able to do it together. In addition, further south under the Bay Bridge at Pier 24, we're working with the Institute of Contemporary Art as they pop up a new exhibition space as well. And of course, we have SF Art Week starting tomorrow and running through next week. I'll remind everyone of that, as well as the fact that one of the events is at the ferry building on January 20th at the Shack 15 space. Before we turn to the other speakers, I do want to take a moment to thank my port colleagues who did so much to make this possible. Thank you to David Beaupre, our Deputy Director of Planning and Environment. But a very special and emphatic thank you to Ryan Wassam, the project manager, who was involved from the very beginning and got us here today. Thank you very much, Ryan. Now I'd like to introduce the first of our speakers this afternoon. Next to the microphone is Ralph Remington, Director of Cultural Affairs for the San Francisco Arts Commission. Speaking on behalf of the port, I want to let Ralph know that we at the port deeply appreciate our partnership with the Arts Commission in creating the energy and engagement opportunities that art brings us along the waterfront. Today is a great day to celebrate that work. Ralph, the podium's yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Michael, for that introduction. And we certainly are proud and appreciative of our partnership with you in the port as well. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ralph Remington. I'm Director of Cultural Affairs at the San Francisco Arts Commission. Thank you all for joining us here at Pier 27 Cruise Terminal to celebrate the completed installation and unveiling of Mareas by artist Teresa Fernández. And it's especially joyful to be able to celebrate and have a joyful moment in this time of despair in our country right now. We're all going through it, and we all know it, and hopefully we'll get through it and see better days ahead. But things like this day, this celebration, works of creation like this remind us of why we live. It reminds us of what life is all about. And so thank you all for taking a moment out of your day for joining us here today. That's really great. We really appreciate it, and it doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you so much. Give yourselves a round of applause. Mareas, Spanish for tides, captures and enhances the daily movement of light and color across the San Francisco Bay, casting a wave of blue across the cruise terminal plaza. The artwork is permanently sited here at the pedestrian entrance to the plaza, a location identified collaboratively by the Port of San Francisco, the San Francisco Arts Commission, and the Bay Conservation and Development Commission, as an ideal site for a public artwork that welcomes visitors to our beautiful waterfront. It's measuring approximately 13 feet, 3¼ inches tall by 26 feet, 10 inches wide by 6 feet, 11 inches deep. The sculpture's flowing form and vibrant palette evoke the motion of water while offering a striking contrast to the surrounding vertical skyline. The tides of how people view public art are changing. Art, especially public art, is more important now than ever. This work is a vibrant example of how thoughtful and site-specific permanent public art can help transform our shared public and open spaces, welcoming residents and visitors alike to all corners of our beautiful city. The Arts Commission and the Port are honored to work with Ana Teresa Fernández to bring her first public art commission with the city to life. And that will now be a part of the San Francisco Civic Art Collection. District 3 Supervisor Danny Salter was unfortunately not able to join us here this afternoon, but offered the following statement with us that I'd like to share. San Francisco's iconic Embarcadero will shine a bit brighter today with the installation of Mareas, a stunning new art installation. This art invites us to bask in the beauty of our city and reflect on the nature that surrounds us. I congratulate Ana Teresa Fernández and thank her for bringing her art to our city's public shoreline. And before I invite our next speaker, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge, wait for street noise. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge and give a shout out to our incredible SFAC public art team, especially public art project manager Marcus Davies. There he is back there. Marcus Davies, thank you, who's worked tirelessly over the past few years with our partner agencies, contractors, and the artists to see this project through completion. Thank you as well to all of those that were involved in helping create Mareas, including fabricator One Hat, One Hand, and Freeform Architectural Resin and Glass, who produced the materials for the piece. And of course, I want to thank all the members of our San Francisco Arts Commission who work tirelessly every day to help make this happen. So thank you to the Arts Commission themselves. I'm staff, but the Arts Commission are volunteers, and they volunteer their time every day, and a number of them are here. If you could all raise your hands that are on the Arts Commission. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now to tell us more about Mareas and her vision for this work, it is my pleasure to introduce and welcome up artist Ana Teresa Fernández.
Thank you all so much for being here, sharing your energy and time with us to commemorate this moment. This might not be the most efflorescent speech filled with air kisses and verbosity, because I'm about to get a little bit real. These are very troubling times. We are existing, persisting, and insisting on creating amidst ice raids, murders, defunding of the arts, and destruction of guardrails once set to protect the environment. Yes, I will get to Mareas, but first let me introduce myself so that you may better understand this work. My name is Teresa Fernández, and I am the artist who works in the public realm. My aim is to transcend the givens imposed on us, shift perspectives. How? Well, as a student, I first worked towards voicing the silenced and unknown narratives of Mexican domestic workers, women workers, onto oil paintings by documenting performances. In 2003, I attempted to actually vacuum the dirt road alongside the border wall in Tijuana, Mexico, where hundreds of crosses had been hung addressing the unidentified migrants who died attempting to cross. I vacuumed while wearing a tango dress and stilettos. While showing this work in a critique class at the San Francisco Art Institute, a Greek-American male student said, quote, "What is a fucking whore doing there?" This painting now hangs at the National Mexican Museum in Chicago. In 2011, I scaled an 18-foot ladder at the beach in Tijuana, Mexico, at the border while wearing, the stilettos and tango dress. I erased part of the border by painting a portion of it blue. A blue that elicited a poetic pause, a moment of freedom, translating sky. I received hundreds of emails. One from a man who wrote, quote, "Get the fuck out of the US, you Mexican Al-Qaeda." This work is now in art history books in over 6 countries. In 2023, I created Circulation, a 20-foot, 6,000-pound aluminum sculpture at the entrance of the city of Napa. Intertwined circles, which form the shape of an Apuntia prickly pear, painted in hibiscus green and silver stripes, the colors that spoke to the field workers that tend the land and the plant itself, known for healing burns. Something Napa knows all too well. During our install, drivers in numerous occasions yelled out, many raising their fists, but many also. One said, "Go back to the field, you fucking wetback." Perspective is a construct that one chooses. A broom is not dirty when placed on the floor, but becomes dirty when you place it on a pillow. In all these instances, my weapon of choice is perspective. Art can harness color, form, to challenge us to see and feel the world differently. I choose to highlight that which is unnoticed, goes unseen, and what society will often choose to not value. I like bringing it into focus and placing it right at the center. So where are we now? Here we are in the Embarcadero. We exist at the border of land and water. And yet how often do we stop to consider this body of water as an actual living, breathing body? When I was one of the 3 finalists, I did a survey of all the permanent public works all along the Embarcadero. The 3 largest ones were all done by white males, surprise, surprise. All three were tall, red, and phallic forms. Perhaps mirrors to the cityscape that also offers us 3 tall phallic buildings, Coy Tower, Salesforce, and the Trans-American Building. We get it. And during my presentation in 2022, to the port, I explained that since the beginning of art expression, the 2 repeated forms that you learn in art history are the phallus, which represents the male form, and the archway, which represents the female form. So where the fuck are we represented on the Embarcadero? But most importantly, why is there no artwork that truly speaks of water or the ocean when we're feet away from it? Anytime I'm awarded something for my merit, white men love to say that I was a DEI hire, to which I say, abso-fucking-lutely. Let me be the one to break away from the sameness you all have laid out. I have no problem forging a new path, a different perspective that provides diversity in your landscape and new ways of experiencing it. So let me introduce to you Mareas, the first archway ever on the Embarcadero. But let me be clear. Queen Mildred Howard, I see you, and I see your public artwork frame, which is the first archway in all of the Bay Area. A Black woman who dared to place the first original frame, not the plagiarized version, the frame which now stands at the edge of Bayview along the waterfront. Mareas sees and honors you. So Mareas is a portrait. It is a portrait of the oldest body that hugs and surrounds the city in the Pacific Ocean. Here were the cruisers, as I like to call them, folks who disembark from their journeys at sea, perhaps not having considered what lies beneath them, They will be met with Mareas, which will offer them a moment to experience the ocean from beneath the surface of the water and witness the refractions of color. Refractions, which is a phenomenon where light traveling across the air suddenly hits a different density when it reaches the surface of the water, causing light to bend, forming and amidst the waves, creating these incredible lines and tones of blues, which are visible from only underneath the surface. Bathing, these were the tones and lines creating the patterns across the arch so that people may bask in the experience that bathes them in blues, as if they are walking underneath the wave or the surface of the ocean. Mareas is an homage to light and water. More specifically, it is honoring the ocean. Mareas will ebb and flow drastically throughout the day, naturally playing and communing with the sun, spanning out its colors and shadows day in and day out. So as we said, Mareas means tides in Spanish. Tides, which means the alternate rising and falling of the sea, usually twice a day, each lunar day at a particular place due to the attraction of moon and sun. I want to point out how language was first developed in connection with nature and built upon this because people today are so unaware of the rich history. The word culture. So the word culture means, first and foremost, the collection of arts and manifestations of human intellectual achievement regarded in society collectively. Isn't that beautiful? Culture comes from the Latin word culturare, to cultivate, to tend, to guard. What are we tending to? What are we guarding? Profit or collective artistic achievement? San Francisco, our art schools are being erased, funding for the arts is being mutilated, the public's arts are becoming privatized and monopolies, supporting and selected prefabricated works instead of no accountability to the larger collective public. The possibility of being an artist, let alone a public art creator, is quite grim. And the remaining organizations, like the true champions, the San Francisco Arts Commission, are one of the last stewards for artists like myself. I keep encouraging to hold on and stay true to the endeavor of harvesting the arts. You are the real stewards. You are what lets the environment and the history be what conceives public art and stewards it forward. So I will ask again, what are you tending to today? What are you contributing to help harvest the arts? May you be the tide that supports the arts with us. So thank you to the San Francisco Arts Commission for staying true to the pursuit of cultural enrichment. Marcus Davies, Allison Cummings, Co Mate, Mary Chu, JD Beltran, Trisha Lagasso, thank you to the port, especially Ryan Wasum. I appreciated your joy and enthusiasm so much. Thank you, Amy Cohen. Thank you to my ridiculously talented designer, Jose Antonio Contreras Martinez. Thank you to my husband, David Perry, who puts up with me. Thank you for your amazing support, Cheryl Derricott, for being a kind and understanding soul, cheering me on in difficult moments. Thank you to the brilliant team of One Hat, One Hand, Marcus Gillard for putting a ring on it and saying yes with me. To the fabrication team, Takuro Hashitaka, Sean Hollinson, the finishing team, Forsley, the installation team, Darian McMillan, Lizard Uskanga, Stella Hart, Starkweather, Mike Bravo, the fabrication support team, Brian Chandler, Lyndon Julian Lair, Maya Cole Craft, and lastly to Doug Halleckson, you are my numero uno. Thank you everyone. May you be the tide that supports the arts for the San Francisco Bay Area. Thank you.
Thank you for those powerful words. As an agency that deals very directly with those tides, I love that looking at the tides in a different way through this piece can help us all see that future that we all want to see. So with that, I'll invite the other scissor wielders to come and join me for the ribbon cutting.
Scissor wielding. Let Marcus do it.
He is.
Oh, okay.
You're so humble.
Here we go.
I say uno, dos, tres?
Does that look okay?
No! Hold it. All right. Too excited.
Hey, Ralph, you want to do a cookie?
Okay.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Three. Oh, sorry. Tres, dos, uno. And then everybody, if we just want to look at me, we'll just take one group photo.
Well, we have everybody there. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's okay. I'm fine.
One more
Thanks.
with the. Perfect. Thank you.
One more, please.
One more.
Right here, perfect. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you.